It's time to climb at the Summit League tournament.
Here comes South Dakota State up by 14. And it's Giebert, left angle, lay in good, and she'll go to the line.
Left side on the wing, Chloe Lamb fires the triple, yes! And the Coyotes hitting it from long range.
Gilbeck feeds him. Gilbeck got behind Dom and slammed it with two hands. Jenkins Jr. fell down, steps up, straight on three, around and out, and that'll do it. Western Illinois has upset the top seed South Dakota State.
Well, the Summit League men's basketball tournament started with perhaps the biggest upset in its history last night when 8th-seeded Western Illinois stunned top seed South Dakota State. Tonight, the Coyote men would like to end the quarterfinals with another upset. It's not happening. They are down big right now. This game's not quite over yet, so I can't show you the highlights just yet. It's about to conclude, but the Coyotes on their way to a loss. This will be the first time in 9 years that a South Dakota school has not been to the men's semifinals, as they are going to lose. Again, we'll have those highlights in a little bit. In the other semifinal, it was North Dakota State winning. Now, as for that upset we mentioned, it was really turning the tournament on its head last night when Western Illinois pulled out a 79-76 victory over three-time defending champion SDSU. A terrible first half that saw the Jacks shoot just 37%, included 2 of 9 from 3, and put them down by 10. They were down many as 13 before mounting a big rally in the final 5 minutes to get within 1 before ultimately losing when David Jenkins Jr.'s tying 3 rimmed out. Western Illinois had been on the verge of pulling the upset before, losing in overtime to top seed USD 2 years ago and by 6 to SDSU last year. And that experience clearly helped them keep their poise and make history as the first number 8 to ever beat a number 1.
We feel like we've been playing our best basketball once we get here. And obviously last year came up just short once again and got it done this year. To credit, guys being in our program who understand and been through this before. That's important.
It came out really aggressive, so it kind of threw us off. And, just going into the second half, I felt like we had the energy going into it. I mean, they just made a couple runs, made some shots, and capitalized off our turnovers.
Well, the Northern State men have found out where they're going to be heading for the Central Regional Tournament, and they're going back to Maryville, Missouri, which is, of course, the home of Northwest Missouri State. They will play Southeastern Oklahoma State on Saturday at 2:30 in the first round of the NCAA tournament down there. Of course, Northern won the regional last year, was the national runner-up, and came up just short of the championship by a bucket. So again, they go back to Maryville, same site. They actually won the regional championship a year ago. Now the Jacks couldn't make their buzzer beater, but Ethan native Darby Gustafson did for Northwestern in the NAIA National quarterfinals against the College of the Ozarks last night, scoring on this inbound play as time expired to give the Red Raiders a 71-70 victory. That sends them to the Fab Four in Sioux City tomorrow night, where they will be joined by 3 other GPAC rivals. The Red Raiders face Concordia at 6 o'clock, followed by the defending national champion Dakota Wesleyan against Southeastern. Those games at 6 and 8 o'clock. We'll, of course, have highlights of both come up tonight on KDLT News at 6 and 10 o'clock. And now we can show you those Coyote highlights because the game has just gone final. Let's see if we can pull those up. Actually, we're going to hold off on that for a few minutes now. As wild as the men's tournament has been, now we have those highlights. Let's go to the USD men's basketball highlights. USD tipping things off. It's a wild March Madness night around here, folks. USD against Fort Wayne. Coyotes looking to upend the 3rd seed. It was a slow start for USD, down by 5 when Stanley Amude cuts it to 2 with a 3. Yotes down by 4. Trey Birch Manning working his way inside and getting the bucket to fall as they get back to within 2, but it seemed like every step forward USD took, they took 2 steps back because right down comes Kaysen Harrell, and he knocks down a 3. In fact, the Dons were really putting on a shooting clinic. A few moments later, Todd Lee trying to get his team to play some defense. John Conchar, who had a triple-double in this game, he steps back and buries the 3. They went 11 of 19 from 3 in the first half. Coyotes were down big, much to their young fans' dismay. They were trying to get back in it with some defense. Stanley Amude with the swat. He goes all the way for the slam dunk. But, well, unfortunately, Fort Wayne could play that game too, as Matt Weir will come away with the takeaway right here and pass it ahead to Harrell for the slam dunk. And as I just said, it went final 96-70. The Coyotes lose. Their season is over, and for the first time since 2010, no South Dakota schools will be in the semifinals. Well, as wild as the men's tournament has been, the Women's Summit League tournament actually has gone according to script, with both USD and SDSU easily rolling into the semifinals. USD cruised past North Dakota State 74-51, displaying the selfless play that's been their trademark, sharing the ball well with 4 players in double figures and a total of 17 assists, while playing tenacious defense that at one point held the Bison to just 6 shots in the second quarter.
I would say we're a very selfless team. I think that we do a really good job of working together, sharing the ball. There's no selfishness really that I feel like a lot of teams could find.
What I love about this group of young ladies is what I think Allison talked about, their selflessness, their team first mentality, but also the desire to continue to be hungry and get better.
Well, it was virtually the same story for the SDSU women in their 88-50 win over Fort Wayne. Unlike their men's team, the Jackrabbit ladies didn't give Fort Wayne any room for hope, outscoring the Dons 28-9 in the first quarter and never looking back thanks to a defensive effort that forced 15 turnovers.
We talked about before the game and even just leading up to it in practice and everything, just how important coming out strong was going to be, because we kind of wanted to set the tone for the tournament and how we wanted to play.
I thought we made him take some tough shots, which led to our offensive game and really transition. And, you know, our team does a really great job of finding each other, and I think that's what really sparked us.
So the semifinals are set for tomorrow. On the women's side, going to be a busy day. The Jackrabbits will face Oral Roberts at noon. Golden Eagles knocking off Western Illinois this afternoon 68-64. And the Coyotes will face the only upset winner on the women's side so far at 2:30. North Dakota used a 16-0 run to rally and defeat Denver 80-67. And, of course, on the men's side, it'll be NDSU and Western Illinois and Fort Wayne and Omaha. We'll have plenty of coverage tomorrow at 6 and 10. We're back in one moment.